Medical units stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Welcome, art aficionados and comic book connoisseurs, to another episode of Proof of Comics. I'm your host, Frédéric Guimont, and I'm joined here today with my co-host,
a man that I call Bob.
How's it going, Billy Bob?
Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
What a
Shout out.
shout out. We all know Kurt Russell promotes this show, you know.
Yeah,
Sponsors us.
good friend of the show.
100%. Frequency.
You go.
See, that's how smooth
What's
we
up,
are.
guys?
We are joined here with our second co-host, Wrangler from Frequency Studios.
Hola, how you guys doing tonight?
I think Readout was talking to you, Frequency.
Jakku.
Oh.
Isn't that where Ray Palpatine is from?
What?
Jakku.
A lot better.
Just letting you know I'm like lagging, so beyond.
That's okay. So
What
we
a
got a new
lot.
president yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Got a little clip of his of the musical show after his inauguration there yesterday. It's official. There are only two genders.
There's only two genders. No more artificial hermaphrodites.
No going back.
Oh,
Hope
that
there's no
whoever
going
put that clip together is a genius.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's one of the good advantages of AI. And did you guys hear about Project Stargate today? So Stargate is a $500 billion project to bring AI within the United States. Yeah. So Liberation Day readout.
AI?
Pablo in the house in the morning.
All right, I'm back. Is frequency lagging?
Yeah, but no more than usual. Robot.
I think he's frozen
Why is that?
because your voice keeps roboting and stuff.
Roboting a little
Wow.
bit.
That's right. Yeah, we got the Don back in office. He's sworn in, and I think Otter posted when he was doing his executive orders, fucking Melania looking like a gangster.
Yeah.
She looked like V for
Tracy.
Vendetta. Hmm.
Yeah, she had going on, that's for certain.
Yeah, you're roboting a little bit still.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Isn't that supposed to be like a Roman salute or some shit?
Yeah, that's what the Twitter community what do you call it? Like community notes they're calling it now. That's what the notes are saying. Roman salute.
Probably the best time to not do that.
He did it twice apparently, and there was even a note from the ADL saying that it's considered a Roman salute. In fact, just what you just said. So seems everything's all cool. So there you have it.
It still wouldn't have been the best. Still wouldn't have been that great to do it.
So new presidency starts kind of yesterday. People have been talking about freeing Ross. I think it just happened now. You guys might not be aware of it, but it's a huge thing in the Bitcoin movement, Nostr environment. Ross was the founding dude behind the Silk Road website, where they sold a lot of drugs in the early days with Bitcoin, amongst other things. I mean, there was legal stuff as well, but it was a lot for
The best thing to come out. You're very low. I can barely hear you, Frederick.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tweak the volume.
Listen, they're both boomering it. These two old men.
When I was your age.
I'll fix it. Input. How's this?
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, repeat what you were saying, because you're saying something about some dude.
Good night and welcome to the show, everybody.
Boomering it. All right, Frederick, repeat yourself. People can actually hear you.
Right, I forget what the last thing exactly.
Just
that I
repeat
said.
the whole thing.
Right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Listen here. Back in my day, don't get me started, man. Back in my day. Yeah, man. The
You called
new
you 8 you're back in your day.
new
All right.
presidency. They're going to take the Panama Canal, Greenland, Canada. When I say they, I mean us, because we're now part of the United States, 51st state, obviously. What a time to be alive. It seems like every day in the news, something different changes. Speaking of the Gulf of America now, this guy's got an interesting take that I wanted to share with you guys tonight.
So the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America, that chess move has just gone right over everybody's heads. It's chess, people. Trump is playing chess. The potato head in chief, that senile old fuck that's up for retirement, put a ban on offshore drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. Easy workaround, we rename it the Gulf of America. We ain't drilling for oil in the Gulf of Mexico. We're drilling for oil in the Gulf of America, bitches. That's how that one fucking works. No more fucking around. People thought fucking Trump was rough his first go around. This time, there's no more fucking around. We don't give a flying fuck what names the liberals call us. This is called getting shit done and fixing fucking problems. And anybody saying like, oh, you can't just take the fuck, we can't just take the Panama Canal. We built the motherfucker. Jimmy Carter gave that shit away. I did not know what a piece of shit Jimmy Carter was and how he mistreated the farmers. And that dude just fucked up all the way around, and that's why he got annihilated. Like, oh my God, I had no idea. Everybody just called him a dumb peanut farmer. So yeah, we ain't buying shit. We ain't buying Greenland, we ain't buying the Panama Canal, and we sure as fuck ain't buying Canada. We're taking back the Panama Canal. We are gonna offer freedom to the people of Greenland and the people of Canada with lower taxes, actual rights. That's the fucking deal. That's why we don't need to buy it, because we are offering the one thing the rest of the world does not offer: freedom and rights and the American dream. Welcome to the upswing, people. Long live the Republic. Oh, and Greenland and Canada. Welcome to the Republic. Welcome to the freedom. Come on in. It's great.
I mean, it would be fun if we actually did take Canada as a colony, not a state, but as a colony.
51st.
Nah. We'll take you as a colony. You gotta prove yourself a little bit before you become a state, right?
Listen,
we're gonna treat you like Puerto Rico, bitch.
We got oil. We got hydroelectricity. We got lots of energy.
But you gotta prove yourself. You have to like actually change. You know, we can't just take in your snobby little liberal fucks who fucked up your country in the first place, you know?
Well, they're already on their way out. That's the thing. We're going to clean the same way we've been cleaning a house in the U.S. We're going to be cleaning a house in Canada. Get rid of Trudeau first. That's already halfway done. Just make sure we don't put free land in place.
The one good thing about this, Trump being president again, he's had experience now.
Well, he also has like way more of the house. Like he has everything.
Yeah, but keep in mind also, we're talking about like dog shit, never Trumper Republicans and all that stuff in there. Yes, we own the House and the Senate right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean everything we want get passed.
Yeah, remember Trump's first term when I think at one point he had everything he needed and he still wouldn't do it.
Yep. This isn't the first time this has happened where had all three and they were fighting tooth and nail. Keep in mind, you also got to get rid of these shitty, swampy Republicans.
Yeah. Doesn't look like he's joking around this time though.
Nobody, I know liberals were really pissed off by him saying now it's only two genders.
Yeah, right. And old Big Mike wasn't attending the inauguration there, missed out. On
old Big Mike, but Kamala had to unhappily dog his sad face, have to fucking show up.
Yeah.
She enjoyed that. Hey, bitch,
Yeah.
you lost. By the way, because I watched the actual speech and everything.
Yeah, me too.
YouTuber who's watching it.
Yeah.
And he was just talking shit to all of them in the fucking room throughout the entire thing.
You're talking about at the inauguration or the event after?
No, during it, his speech.
Yeah. Because he said a lot
Biden,
more.
Harris,
Yeah.
Clinton's.
Did you
They
catch
were all there?
Barron whispering a few words to Biden there?
And then Kamala was, I guess, she must have been really heartbroken when Trump said, for God and stuff and all this other stuff. Right? Because remember, what was it when she fucking told her like Christian voter at that rally, basically being like so fucking blatantly anti-Christian?
Oh yeah, that didn't go over well. Like you want the rally over there, the smaller rally, where everyone else.
Dude, that was so bad. Even my mother saw it. My mother doesn't really pay attention to news, right?
Mm.
And even she fucking knew about that.
That's pretty bad.
So what are you doing? Listen, you at least have to fake that you're Christian, right?
She really can't.
She didn't even try. She's just been blatant. She was the worst candidate the Democrats could have put forward, and that's who they went with. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, roboting again. Are you sure you're not an AI there, Wrangler? We're gonna improve.
if I am, I'm not a good one.
Well, we're gonna
part
improve AI in the States here.
Bernie.
So
However, I will say this:
Project Stargate.
you probably are never going. It's going to be a long time before you see them run a female candidate again.
It's probably going to be a long time before a Democrat wins.
Who knows? Because the thing is, we don't know really. Depends on who's running after Trump, right?
Well, you would have Vance would be.
Yeah, but
You
what?
I
couldn't
don't
go
know.
to
What do we
candidate
really
one?
know about Vance as of yet?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he a never Trumper?
No clue.
I don't know.
I never did a deep dive on
I don't
Vance.
know much about him. I don't really trust him, to be honest with you.
Well, that's a good stance to not trust a politician. I'll give you that.
Exactly.
Yeah, him. I'm like, I don't know.
Wrangler,
What I
I've
know,
got
evidently, he was like full on anti-Trump at one point. And I'm like,
yeah, that could
all right,
be.
I'm already like, that's kind of not trustworthy.
I've got a little clip here that made me think of you, Wrangler, because you do a lot of driving in your
You're
day.
thinking of other men? That's gay.
You'll see. You'll see this. This is how I picture like Wrangler on his driving routes there.
Early sun and the biggest sky, briefest hills that I have ever seen. These old stone walls and the ones they're holding, the only place I want to be.
That's awesome. And what's up, James?
You know he's a cat person, right, Frederick?
Yeah, but it's you
Yeah,
know dogs
Yeah,
can
it's
drive.
still awesome.
You can have a dog driver, even though you're a cat person. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Hey,
Dogs
James.
have owners, cats have staff.
SAI music, is that new, or am I just noticing that now?
Oh, he's got a whole music channel where you just.
Yeah, I know. I'm subscribed to it. I saw a couple of clips.
I
in there.
thought that's what it was referencing. Yes, yeah, music.
Probably.
Or maybe that's something in world.
What's the S stand for?
The SAI could be something in world in his World Without End.
Yes, that could be it. Yeah. He's got some like in-world radio going. Kind of makes me think of Grand
With-
Theft Auto there a little bit.
With the morning drive DJ, Ian the Fish.
How you been there, James? All right, so this year I thought we should do like an initiative to get everyone in shape here on the show. You know, listeners as well as people on the panel.
Yeah,
So I got-
I could go for that. I've grown a little too much around the midsection lately.
Good. You're gonna love this next clip because it's
Why
just
didn't you
one.
send that to Tenkage?
Say again.
Why didn't you send that to Tenkage then?
Send what?
And Tenkage says, drill, baby, drill.
Listen, this is our little 1 minute exercise break for every show from now on. So, our viewers and panelists here can get a little bit more exercise in. So, grab your shorts and here we go.
Frontal halftime. Chest up. Now lift the arms up. Control. Push it up. This time curl the arms. Step it out. Press it up. Curl. Elbows tight to the waist. And
half
ago.
of that video was gay.
Just one half.
Like,
Did you get a good workout? Are you
yeah, but
sure?
half of it was gay, Frederick.
Which half?
Believe it or not, it oddly made me nostalgic.
You're right. For like old
I didn't know if you
80s
noticed
TV.
the fucking.
You know, as a kid, I
there
used to
that
see
no
those
one fucking wants to
exercise
see.
shows on the mornings of almost every day for a while.
That's right. I wonder how many people really worked out to those.
Oh, I knew some. Mostly
more than
women.
You would think.
Hey, we've got our legal representation here. Welcome, James.
Hello. How's everyone doing
Frederick,
today?
there was a lot
What's
of
up,
men
man?
who worked out twice, you know, in the day off that video.
I bet.
What up, James?
All is well, 'tis well, 'tis well, Frederick and friends. Billy Bob, video game player down there. This is video game. All right. Just finished up the stream, had a good one with the Black Knight. Yes, great conversation. Really got some good insights in his world. And in the future, we want to talk about all the writing sins of Star Wars, the sequel trilogy.
That's
So
a
if any of you-
long. Are you
Yeah.
sure you're gonna have enough of a show? At least you're gonna have to do a
you
trilogy
know,
of shows.
We might have to retouch on it, but we'll start it off. We'll have an opening bow, and some of you guys are invited. Well, all of you guys who can make it, and if we have room for everybody.
Entire channels have been built on that premise.
Yeah, we just want to point out because we're a media and writing channel, so we talk about different things.
They
and
fly now? They fly now.
It sucks now. Star Wars.
I mean, to be fair, it started sucking.
You know the most
With the
the
prequels.
weirdest because they didn't give a fuck to really think about this. Palpatine, the disfigured Palpatine that we know, at some point banged a chick.
Now he might have used the Force.
No, he definitely banged a chick.
Yeah, but he probably forced his way.
No. He definitely banged a chick.
So he force banged her? That sounds wrong.
No. Wow.
Physically. But yeah, it's the many writing sins of Star Wars, the prequel.
There's
because
a lot.
we continuously go back to it as essentially like the masterpieces of shits. There is
I
no
just wanna
greater
remind
masterpiece of shit.
That's right. Like
Remind
it's
Disney
the
recanonized Anakin being Palpatine's Force baby son. So technically, Rey and Ben are like first cousins, and they had like a fucking weird incest story.
Yeah, it's getting way too Game of Thrones up in there.
Mm.
yeah. So you're gonna have a lot
Yeah.
to talk about for sure.
There's a scene in a Star Wars movie I didn't see, thank God, but I was exposed to the scene where what's his name? Kylo Ren throws his lightsaber and turns away from the dark side, and he's surrounded by
The
by
Knights of Ren.
stormtroopers. Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, well, I guess we kill you now." It's like, why? You have no allegiance to quote unquote the dark side.
Which
You're
is
the
kind of funny
first
'cause none of them
order.
were even the worst part about that is none of them were Force users.
I mean, it's like you're the first order.
And on
You
top of
follow
that,
him.
they were called the Knights of Ren. Why would they would be like fucking worshiping Ren? Why would
Yeah,
they?
they'll be all like, okay, so like, where do we go now, Barras? What do we do? We steal a ship and we get out of here? Like, we're clearly following you.
But then
like,
again, that movie also had evidently Palpatine's entire plan was to make the First Order, and for to sit in a fucking planet for 30 something years to eventually have Kylo take over the First Order, which destroyed the Republic, and he hid an entire fleet 30 years under a planet.
yeah, well, I guess he was really good at the economic game.
And he was so smart that he cloned Snoke, but he cloned Snoke as a fucking as like a misfigured fuck for some reason, which makes
Okay,
no
well,
sense.
was he a clone of himself?
No, because Palpatine's human or
So
Nabooan.
Snoke was a dude, but then they cloned him, and we
We
just
don't
never.
know. All we know is
Oh.
for some reason there was Snoke
Oh.
clones because they were trying to do retcon it and because
No clones.
somehow Palpatine returned. Okay.
Because they don't have a plan.
By the way, Palpatine, the dude who was picked up, thrown into a fucking reactor in the Death Star, survived that, survived the Death Star exploding, survived the Death Star remains falling into the planet of Endor and crashing, and somehow still survived, even though just did it. Just happened. Make sense? No.
Because why not?
People blame the second movie in the sequels a lot, but the first movie was really poor as well. Like it wasn't even a complete kind of story. It was just a huge setup, a series of setup.
Well, first
stories
off,
for
retelling of
that's a
New
tale
Hope.
for another day.
It was a retelling of A New Hope, is all it was.
Yeah, but with just a lot of hooks and no payoff. Because even in New Hope,
Yeah,
was
it's
a-
almost like the
even in
fucking
New
reason
Hope was a
that they
complete
hired
film.
J.J. Abrams came up with the retarded ass philosophy of the mystery box,
Mhm, that's right.
which is, hey, you need to have this mystery. And it doesn't actually need to have an explanation or anything. No, just have it.
He did a friggin' TED talk about it, like
I remember.
how proud he was of his fucking theory. You don't even have to figure out an ending. You just tell people you got something in your box, and they're
Imagine being such a hack that you managed to destroy Star Trek and Star Wars.
and brag about it on TED Talk.
And everybody forgets he also destroyed Lost because it just went absolutely nowhere, and everybody figured it out.
Yeah, but he created it,
Yeah.
therefore he's allowed to destroy it.
Was he involved with Heroes at all? Or was
No,
that
Heroes suffered because the writer's strike happened like right after the first season when they were going into the second season, so they didn't really have a script.
I loved the beginning of Heroes.
The
I mean,
first season, yeah.
even as it was crashing, there was always bits that I thought, this had some potential. This-
Very unique, and it was one of the first of its kind.
Well, it had some X-Men vibes without having the X-Men brand. Like it felt real. Like it felt
Well, you know,
Yeah.
there's the X days now, Frederick. The
The
X
cop that can read minds. The nuclear guy who's just trying to stay away from people because he doesn't want to hurt anybody.
The X them.
X they them.
And then the bad guy was cool too. He was actually a decent bad guy.
Yeah.
Steal the powers by opening up the brain.
The painter who had visions of the future.
Ooh, yeah.
That's great storytelling, man. Because
He made comic books of the future.
yeah, he had like visions
was
and
cool,
would show
yeah.
you like stuff. So it was like giving you sneak peeks of the show.
But when it shows the nuclear bomb going off, like he's just painting on the ground, it just keeps cutting to him painting, and then finally it's done, and he backs off, and you just see the nuclear explosion. It's like, shit.
Fuck. Well, dude, you must have known when you were applying the yellow at first, you know.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah, it was so well started off in the beginning. Love that.
That was near the dawn of like the cinematic television show.
They could remake that. I mean, if they remade that with
They
good
kind
storytelling.
of did. They kind of did, and it wasn't that great.
I mean, to be honest, you don't even need the branding Heroes. You could just if you're good at writing, you can write a story that stands up for itself that doesn't
Yeah.
require branding. I think that's kind of the revelation of Star Wars and Heroes in a bit because
or at least the door it opened, I should say.
yeah.
Because before, like, people really like that familiarity, but then since you've seen all your brands basically be stripped down and destroyed, you know, people want something refreshing and non-hostile.
I mean, I always think of Star Wars and the fact that George couldn't get the license of Buck Rogers, so he basically invented Star Wars. It's like, oh, I'll make my own then if you don't, because they were going to sell it to him, but at a ridiculously bad deal, right? They were laughing in his face. So he's like, oh, I'm just going to invent my own. Turned it to his advantage. Good on you.
That's
George.
yeah. Buck Rogers, that was one of the first big IPs as well back in the day. Paved way for a lot, and then I guess he, in a way, brought us Star Wars.
It was before my time. I never saw much of Buck Rogers, or it did get translated into French. When I was a kid, I was watching more French stuff. But did you guys grow up with Buck Rogers?
I looked into him later on rather than early on because I grew up in like the 90s or early 2000s.
Right.
It was around when I was growing up, but I never got into it. That or Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Star Wars came out, like Flash who?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Did they make the Flash Gordon movie after Star Wars?
I think so. Yeah.
That'd have been funny.
Yeah.
The irony. Kind of like the irony going on right now, where you have China, who's essentially the world's largest IP thief, and they're getting their IP stolen by the U.S.
Which IP?
TikTok.
Oh, yeah, the 50% TikTok takeover.
They're gonna freaking go into that algorithm like a mofo. Our algorithm now, bitch.
Things about to change, man. He ain't playing them this time around.
Fuck no. What an era to be alive.
Yep. And I'm mostly glad that the Biden era is over.
That's all, folks.
Seriously, like we won't have to see another press interview docket with him mumbling, stringing words together. Oh man!
Yeah, I remember when they were running the media was trying to say, "Well, Trump's getting old," and I don't know. I watched his inauguration and speaks the exact fucking same way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I bet Biden might be hauled out every now and then just to cash a check and like say some shit in front of a camera for 30 seconds. Besides that, yeah, I don't see him really doing much other than fading away into the sunset.
I mean, the way he's going now, Disney could replace him with an animatronic.
Oh boy!
Listen, he'll be a sponsorship for the old person home, a nursing home. Yeah.
The best wheelchairs, everyone agrees.
The best, corn pop. That'll be the ad.
The best had a grandson today.
His hair smelled quite nice.
It was a disappointment, wasn't a
I
granddaughter.
still can't believe he got elected.
No more sniffing kids' hair.
I need to buy one of the president's thing, the chart now, because now they have to have Trump on it twice.
Oh, they do. He's going to get another coin too.
Oh, cool. I have a 2020 Trump coin.
Ooh.
They were giving those out for free. I think even the shipping was free, or paid for the shipping, and that was it.
All right, not bad.
Yeah.
I got to look into that.
Yeah,
So are you saying he's not going to tariff the fuck out of Canada?
The last thing I heard is negotiations between him and the governor of Alberta were putting on the back burner the tariffs to Canada. Apparently, they're figuring out a deal that doesn't involve tariffs or something. So, but who knows? Like so
that means not taxing the fuck out of imports on America.
Like he's bound. He could change his mind. They're negotiating. Who knows what's going to happen? Like that's practically meaningless at this time.
Put it in simple terms. Canada's still not going to be able to take advantage of America. It's not happening at all in any deal.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
fingers crossed.
if Canada could become part of the America, that would be good for the people of Canada.
I don't know. Y'all got,
Foreigners.
like I said, y'all got like a lot of liberal, nasty fucks, and it's like, you're gonna kind of.
They really like abortion.
Just in the cities, you know.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but the way our voting system works is those cities will actually be a problem. It's why California, 3 cities control California, which is
Basically 2 cities. San Francisco can kind of be a little liberal, but they're not insane.
San Francisco.
My bad, San Diego.
Okay.
You know,
I was about to say, I'm like,
tomato in the name.
Mm.
Cisco,
Yeah.
Diego.
I don't know.
San
He's from
San Diego's where they got the Comic Cons, and San
Yeah.
Francisco, I think, is the gay capital of California, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
San Francisco's
basically.
where they got the 2 streets. They're
No, Hollywood's got a neighborhood that's pretty much gay capital.
LA.
Hollywood's got
Yeah,
burnt
LA.
ash right now.
No, the gay capital's all right. That one's been left alone by the fire.
Have you been touched by the fire, or are you
No.
like out of the? You're not.
I'm in the desert, so
That's smart.
I'm like 3 to 3.5 hours away from LA.
I mean,
depending on where you gotta
I
go.
would
I
figure-
literally have to go around the mountain to get there.
I mean, it's the best place for a lizard too. The desert.
Yeah, you know, it's just appropriate ecosystem for my habitat style. Just chilling on the rocks, checking my cellular device for messages. Because I'm
Basically-
a lawyer.
So basically, when you heard of California being like, we have no water, you're like, first time?
First time.
You don't need
We're
much
okay.
water in the desert, right?
We're okay on water. We have the San Andreas Fault, which is essentially just this giant scar in the freaking ground where water seeps up from underneath, and it's just all fresh water. It's pretty interesting going down there and seeing it. And you can actually fly drones around the area too because of this sort of like magnetic field it gives off or something that disrupts signals. It's very interesting.
Wow, that's dope. Are you gonna do like a documentary on that?
Nah, plenty of other people have. It's nice though. They got a little little park down there. They got huts and stuff, and then a wooden boardwalk you can go across because the water seeps up from the ground. So there's just all this. It's almost like a creek bed. You walk on the boardwalk around the creek bed.
Do you go get like reserves of water up there?
Not there, but there are some places you can go. I know a place about an hour away from where I'm at. You got to go up the nearby mountain. Is literally just a stream of fresh water that continues to flow out of the mountain. People just collect it.
Sounds like Dune.
Dune. Except
Imagine.
It's very interesting because I'm at like near the base of the mountain, less than a half hour away from the base of the mountain, and it's desert. And you go to the top of the mountain, and it's a plateau that is all forestry. So it's like a forest plateau at the top, desert at the bottom, and it'll snow up there too, and it'll get over 100 degrees in the desert, less than an hour away from where it snows.
There was snow in Florida today.
Ooh, I heard of this.
Yeah.
Floridians speak. Where are Floridians?
Well, Lord Otter, I think, is in Florida, but he
Yes.
must be like iced up in his pond there. His pond
Lord
must have
Fodder.
His pond must have froze over.
More like Lord Fodder.
Oh no.
Well, we did have the cold front come through, you know.
Yeah, it is a little chilly this morning. A little chill. How about you guys? Any snow?
Not snow per se, but it's really cold today. Like it was freezing cold. By the time I went to the cafe, like my lips were numb, or starting to get that numbing feeling. I would say. Pretty
It was
cold.
like, I don't know, 17 degrees today.
Let me check
cold.
here. Let me check our local.
That would be what, like negative Celsius or some shit?
We're minus 23 right now.
Oof. That's cold.
Hold up. Convert to Fahrenheit, Frederick.
-9.
Okay.
Still cold. You're cold, Frederick.
Yeah.
Frederick.
I'm in the apartment, so things are pretty cozy up here.
Nice.
You got an Asian woman you're drawing? Oh, come on.
I hear in Japan their homes are very breezy, so it's very cold. And they have to have like these little heaters that run on
Bitcoin.
run on fuel. And
they-
sometimes it like burns wrong, so you gotta open the windows and it's like
Yeah, don't they also have like steam settings on like their bath and shit as well?
probably
They need
they
to
gotta-
start mining Bitcoin and earn
Like-
Bitcoin while they warm their houses.
That's interesting, isn't it?
They just need electricity.
Apparently the theory is it's easier to stay warm than it is to stay cool. So drafty houses.
Yeah, here you don't want your house to be drafty in Canada because you're going to be
Yes.
freezing.
I did
cold.
business in Japan. You see.
Really?
Yes, I brokered the deal for what we like to call panty alarms.
Panty alarms?
Yes, you see, they don't often use dryers in Japan, so they hang up their undergarments out in the breeze, and then they're undergarment thieves. So we put on the panty alarms on the underwear and attach it to the line for which it is being held. And when the pervert comes and tries to steal the panty alarm goes off and warns the local residents of the perversion taking place and theft.
So what sound does the penny alarm make?
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. It also comes in 3 different languages.
Is wee woo a language or is
Yes, this is how you say it in French. Guy, I surrender. I surrender. Don't hurt me. I surrender.
No, you can't pass one over me. I know French. Does
Yeah.
not check out.
Well, you know,
Do you
it's
though? Do
a
you though?
prototype.
You know, Frederick, we never hear you actually speak French. You know.
I mean, I think I heard it once.
Oh, look, Nintendo.
I
And
too
there's
once
3
had
Asian
a-
parents dying inside right now.
They
I
say
once
many heads are better than one.
I once had the idea of getting a bunch of controllers from different consoles, wiring up to my PC, and then essentially key binding them all to an instrument and a certain key of that instrument, and then you can have yourself a band play through controllers.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do it, but I got the Nintendo 64 controller working pretty okay.
And
Sweet.
of course, that leads into us getting the Nintendo Switch 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Wrangler getting his own controller or me eyeing the Steam Deck there. We're all shopping for game gear.
I love women.
That too. So let's celebrate women for a minute here.
Pump up the volume, speak to hear it. Pump up the volume, speak to hear it.
Frederick, you know she died from ligma.
Yeah, not my type of woman. Too much energy. She's just gonna run away.
She's just gonna.
I like the kind of woman that's low energy, so when they start running, they're easy to catch.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm a lizard, you see.
I was hoping Frederick would fall for that one.
No, I've seen that one before. I saw you coming a mile away. Nice try, though.
Yeah.
Did you see the jiggle physics clip?
Wasn't really much to see.
Let me show you.
And then, hello, wavy. Oh, what happened? Just still focus on me now. Focus on me. We're still streaming here, okay? The physics can sometimes break as I'm doing these demos, but never mind that. Next pose, Superman pose. Guys, eyes on me. You can still move your fingers.
Oh my god.
Oh wow! Oh wow! The boobas have. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense because the boobs have its own physics capsule. So, just try not to get distracted.
So I would suggest that I don't know, you fix the physics on those tits because they're going quantum.
Tony Mac comes in. It's a porn game. Porn.
You think about Melanie Mac a lot lately.
Huh?
I think he wants a banger.
Yeah, she's on your mind a lot.
Are you really upset?
No.
That was an interesting one, though. Too bad for that woman. It sounds like she was trying to really show off whatever it is she was doing.
When Otter gets here, we actually did a little bit of research. What Bible she's reading.
Oh, boy.
No way.
In which we might have to have James actually help us out.
Not on this stream.
Yeah, she's got the Amazon Bible.
The Amazon. Oh, that's interesting.
No, her Bible, the Bible she's reading is a fucking dumbed down, simplified one.
Yeah.
There's a few out there. Like, is it the NIV?
No. Actually, hold on. Let me. Well, if Otter joins us, who actually knows which one it is?
Because, if you really want to get technical, you probably shouldn't even be reading it in English.
In Greek.
And Aramaic. Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic are the three languages it was written in. Because it's a collection of books. That's what the word Bible means, is actually books. Yeah, it's like, there you go. It's books. That's what it means, books. See that collection behind you? That's Bible, baby. It's books.
Yeah, that's right.
Words are simple.
You would think.
Yeah, but NIV, I believe it's either NIV. I might get mixed up with something else. There's one of them that's like considered, it's very popular amongst the youth, but it was essentially written in the 5th grade reading level. So it's like, pretty dumbed down. And I believe it's also missing a few verses. So it gets pretty bad rep on that marker. But
yeah,
still,
that's
really
not
like
good,
it.
man. When you're taking out verses.
Yes. The youth like it.
The one she's reading is like, it's taking and changing words and shit.
Yeah,
well, all of them do.
Condensing it down and bad.
All of them pretty much get a fair amount wrong.
James has got a point there. Oh, I know what's missing. The background music.
Because the way Hebrew works alone is so different from English. It's actually quite different.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a translation error and then someone actually just deciding they're going to rewrite everything.
Well, a lot of them are all translations, and there's like a whole methodology that goes behind it. And each of them do have their own criticisms and critiques. Probably the worst of them is the Obama Bible, which removes...
the Bible?
Basically, during his term, he went about to make a genderless version of the Bible.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
Yes, that's out there. It exists.
Does it
Very
have to?
unpopular. Yeah,
Wait.
that's the worst one. In my
How do you write Adam and Eve genderless?
I haven't even opened it. I didn't give it a fucking time. of
Adam
day.
and
They
Eve.
were
Really
Adam
going
and Steve,
about it.
yeah. Steve identifies as Eve. That's the way it goes. How do they reproduce?
I don't know. They
Well,
just
they go to a clinic and with the eggs, they get a what is it called?
they basically changed up all the pronouns, I believe. It's a bad one. People didn't like it. Obama was really weird. He was a weird president.
Yeah, like they got away with so much because the media was 100% behind them.
Oh gosh.
All
Well,
the
he
way.
created the media. Like he's the one who's why the media is the way it is today. Because beforehand, when we're growing up, media was like a blue collar job. You didn't need no degree to go into media. Let's say a journalistic standards. I mean, you had to go out there, basically get a story and try to sell the damn story. Had to stand on its own merits. And what they turned it into, Obama during his term, he paved way for a bunch of schools to start actually having journalist-based degrees because a lot of them didn't. Because, like I said, you didn't need a degree. And then now all these students who basically became journalists, technically journalists, through college instead of working a damn beat, basically erased the investigative journalist and were kind of just morphed into what we have today.
Yeah, he removed the protections we had against propaganda being played on public television channels. So nobody noticed at first what the impact of that. There was also rules lifted in terms of like media balance, having to have like news channels present the opposite take, like always give airtime to the other side. In other words,
Yeah.
that was also written into law and taken out of the law.
Yep.
But I forget exactly when. But
Made way for for this media propaganda machine.
yeah, that's kind of amazing, and people don't realize it. People don't even acknowledge it. Like
So,
there was
it's like a dark creation.
there was an official document from the Canadian military that we were undergoing PSYOPs in 2020. Like they had an official announcement. They wouldn't say what the PSYOP was, but they had a release. So somehow like that was like the
Confused
weirdest
everybody.
thing. The weirdest thing ever. Like, hey, we're PSYOPing Canadians right now, but don't worry about it.
Right? Yeah. So that happened.
It's the new war. It's the war on people's minds.
Is he what?
The InfoWars.
Right?
Was Alex Jones.
That is what he said back in the day. It's a war for your mind.
I mean, it is. It's kind of where we are now.
Clever.
Because it has more impact in the world than just going out and shooting bodies does now.
That's true. Yeah, so who knows, man? It's crazy out there. It's nice to see that there's some change happening rapidly. Rapid change is good change.
Yeah.
And let's see how this goes. I know there's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be some very anti-American people standing in the way, and they're ashamed that a lot of them are going to come from my state. But you know what? They're going to lose. And they will only slow things down. They will not stop them.
Hey, at least you are a state,
I guess, yeah. Sorry about that. Over there, Canada.
I'm not taking it personally. In my head,
Don't cry, Canada.
I will die on American soil someday.
Someday. Even if I have to run over as they shoot.
Even if it kills me. Yeah, even if I have to just cross the border running. in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, sure. Yeah. Yeah, he had a speech today that was pretty good. Talked about everything he's doing, what he plans to do coming up. I can't wait for the External Revenue Service. That's going to be a ground shaker.
Which sounds like step one for removing the Internal Revenue Service.
I mean, good riddance.
And he wants to go to Mars for some reason.
Yeah, Mars.
Yeah. He wants to what? Create a Trump hotel there?
Plant the flag, take us back into space. It sounds like he wants to get another space. Just put us in fucking space again. People bitch about it. Like, oh, we haven't been in space since forever. Well, here we go.
Problem is, like, that we're talking like well after his presidency.
Yeah.
So that's ever achieved.
Maybe.
I mean, the moon's like a month away, isn't it?
I don't know.
Like a month to actually get to the moon.
Let's get back to the moon first. I don't know what's easier, going to Mars or the moon. Probably the moon, I'd imagine. We've been there before.
What would be easier?
It's a lot closer.
Is it hard now because of how much trash we have around there from space ports and shit?
I don't know. I don't know any of this. I hope not. And even if it is, at the end of the day, as long as we screw over Gavin Newsom, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, even California didn't want to get rid of him. Like, they had an opportunity to recall him.
His presidential aspirations are gone, though. He's never going to be president after this shit.
Well, Joe Biden became president, so I wouldn't say never.
Well, he burnt down a state. Oh.
Yeah, well, Biden pooped in his diaper.
Well,
okay?
Biden has a certain something about him.
Just saying, it's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but it's become a shit ton more improbable.
Things are getting very strange. I don't know if you noticed lately.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
I think
silly.
I do think the right went a little too hard on with Elon, because he is. When he called and picking people racist for not wanting fucking importing immigrants and shit.
Yeah, I'm very.
Oh, the H-1B visas you're talking about.
I'm like, these guys do have agendas. They may not be wholly against us, but I don't consider any of them truly wholly for us. I think probably like the one that's wholly for us is Trump the most, but surrounded by a lot of crafty individuals.
Right. So Frederick, why don't you tell us about something wrong there?
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is a Russian lady, first of all.
She's something wrong. Look at the eyes. You can even see them in the eyes.
Do you guys see Russian eyes or
What part of Russia is she from?
China.
Obviously. The Siberian part. She was actually part of a secret
She's part of Russia that says, welcome to Shitty Walk.
She was part of a KGB program where they had psychic spies. So remote viewers working for the KGB.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. That's what actually sparked our interest into remote viewing, is when we saw that they had some propaganda where they claimed they had a woman who could bend stuff with her mind.
And when the Iron Curtain fell down, the government programs were sold on the black market, and these agents were sold off to the highest bidder.
Interesting stuff.
Which is
You
why
end up
she's.
looking into Meager Games.
Say again, I didn't hear you, Wrangler.
Yeah, we heard you. That was perfectly clear.
I heard you even less there, but okay. You sound very compressed. I hope you feel better. But so she's basically one of those psychic spies trying to get away from the client who purchased her, as we say. And speaking of otters, here we go. Welcome, Lord Otter. Welcome among us.
Hello,
tonight
hello.
On our fine discussion of intellect.
Don't fuck with the otter, and the otter won't fuck with you.
Water Weasel Mafia.
Here. And since I can remember now, what Bible did we find out Melanie Mack was reading from?
Oh, the NLT, short for New Living Translation.
Okay, yeah, that's the fifth grade reading level Bible that I mentioned earlier.
Okay, that's the one. Okay, I couldn't remember which one we found.
Very
out.
popular amongst the younger youth, has been for years.
Or 39-year-old celebrity e-thoughts.
Yeah, I mean,
damn, you guys are going hard on
she's
her.
a late stage millennial, bro.
Hey, whenever you're stirring that much clout for attention, I'm gonna go for a few body blows.
She did get a lot of people's attention, didn't she?
Like I said, I think she was just stirring clout.
Yeah, it really seems like it. Or, like you said, 39, maybe she's going through some changes. I don't know.
That's what people are hinting at. Yeah.
It might be. People get,
like, there's going the whole religious angle with it, but it was how she was wording it that made it feel very disingenuous. It was, like, people were actually quoting, like, Holy Scripture to her, and she was like, oh, yeah, like, it's all a recent change in my life. Praise God, this and that. And I'm like, you're deflecting, aren't you? I see it. I see what's going on here.
On another note, I just realized that there's a sale on Steam for strategy games. I'll be browsing that.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, keep us updated if you make any interesting low-cost purchases.
There's a lot of low-cost games out there, but like I am playing on the Mac, so there are some of them that just don't play. Even if they do say, even if they do say they're for Mac, it's like, oh well, this doesn't run on a version above this.
I had Path of Exile working for like a few months. Like it was quite a long time for gaming, but eventually I did an update, and I had to uninstall the game with every update that came out. So that was a real hassle. Yeah, and eventually it wouldn't even start.
Oh no!
So I gave up on it on the Mac, but I see that it's available on the Steam, on the Steam Deck. So I might just get back into it. Then we'll see. Although I hear the demo for PoE 2 does not work yet on there. But are you still playing the demo of Path of Exile 2, Otter, or have you dropped that?
I barely played any of it. I know Billy's played a hell of a lot more of it than I have.
I'm technically at like the final mission. The game just pissed me off with that whatever bug was going on.
Really?
So I got back on it.
I'm prejudiced towards China, so.
For or against?
Against.
Okay, because they made a pretty good X-Men game. Marvel Versus is getting a lot of raving
It's
reviews.
just the laser, man. It's a laser.
Oh, Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, have you played it?
No, I haven't. I've heard a lot about it though. To my knowledge, it's kind of filling that gap that a lot of people really wanted with Overwatch, but Blizzard just kind of fucked it up, and so they're all flocking to Marvel
And
Rivals.
the are ugly.
Oh, on Steam we got Shogun Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. It's a very good game for $4. And there's another one that caught my eye, Frostpunk, which has gotten great reviews. That one is $3.
Yeah, I've always heard good things about Frostpunk. It looks
I'm gonna
very
pick
interesting.
a copy. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. $3. I got $3. A lot of $5.99 games, $3.99s.
get Vampire Survivors. You won't regret it. It may drain your life away, but that's just part of it.
Are you still playing that today?
You know, they
Otter?
say addicts always try to, get people in on it.
Do they?
I mean, right now I'm actually working on a map through Incarnate. Been updating the current campaign map
And
for
you really
the game
like
we've been
that.
doing. What is it?
I said you really deflected from that.
What about playing Vampire Survivors?
No, about you being an addict, trying to,
Oh yeah, I am an addict.
This is an
Absolutely.
intervention, Otter. You need to finish your book before you get into more vampire. What's it called?
Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Is that a threat? I hear.
So did you
Sure, why
see his something Wong drawing?
She's obviously Russian.
We too low?
She has like
Holy
vodka on the breath.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, where's that fucking Where's the clip? There we go.
Hello? You order Chinese food? Oh, we got a lot of food here. It's cold outside. Oh, you fat fuck. You got egg roll. You got dumplings, spare ribs. You got everything. Everything.
Everything.
You got everything.
When he says it's cold outside, it feels like he's really downstairs right now.
Oh my god.
So did you get snow there, Otter? That's what I wanted to ask you as a Floridian.
No, actually, we've gotten rain. Very exciting, I know.
Ooh, do tell.
It's cold rain, but no snow.
It's not cold enough.
Not cold enough.
You need to be
Can't afford the rain
at least
deal,
0.
Otter.
Yeah, we can't afford the snow. All right, we have to stick with very crummy, freezing rain.
This is the beginning of the golden age.
Otter, what was the
It is.
I forgot who it was from IGN when they gave a game a negative because it had too much water.
Oh, are you talking about the Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much water.
What game was it?
Everybody rails on IGN for that review, and rightfully so. That's Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Okay, yeah, with the game that literally revolves around fucking doing
Wow.
Yes.
And it was a chick too, by the way. He done this review.
I'm so surprised.
And her con was too much water. It's like, all right.
They've made fun of IGN for that since then, and for good reason.
She was an
really
IGN
stupid.
employee. Yeah.
It's something that I think I'll never forget. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll always bring this up at some point.
It's an IGN moment. I remember for the
surprised
longest time the saying was you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
So what score did she give it? Like a 6?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it was like a 9. Here's the thing, despite what IGN says, they give most of their games like a 9 or a 9.5 or something like that.
Unless it's from a heavily political bias against the game, then they'll give it a negative score. But most of the time, it's always positive, no matter what.
Or if you're Alien Isolation. They really did not like Alien Isolation for whatever reason. I still don't understand why.
He complained about the length of the game.
I mean, that's a fair criticism, but I'm
yeah, but he was
giving it like a 4 or something like that. I'm like, damn, dude.
But here's the thing, Otter. The journalists, they're not asking for the games to be shorter to make them better. It's because they want to get through them quicker.
That is true.
That's why they really love games that are like fucking 3 hours long. Or you could be like, James, did you ever play the Force Unleashed games?
I own the first one.
Do you remember the second one when it came out?
I mean, when it came out, yeah, kind of.
So, Otter, get this. You could watch Star Wars in the amount of time it took you to beat the game.
Yes.
Huh.
It was literally like 2 hours long.
Yeah, I do remember it being relatively short.
With cutscenes, it was 2 hours
Or at least people complaining that it was short.
Oh no, it was. It's literally like 2-hour long game.
That's waste. A waste.
Like I said, 2 hours with the cutscenes. So technically less on gameplay. I remember that because I think I ended up getting the game when it was for like $50. And well, I beat it real quick. I was like, oh, that was a waste of money.
I remember one of the big games that I bought that I actually also bought into the hype for. And it was like I played with almost like blinders over my eyes for years with the game, but it was BioShock Infinite. For a time there, I thought that was an excellent story. Yeah, times have changed.
Well, I mean, if we're going to dish out stuff, Mass Effect Andromeda for me.
Yep.
Albeit I didn't think it was a good game. It's just I was like really excited for the game. The game came out. I remember playing like the 10-hour whatever preview for the first part of the game, and being like, "Oh, it's bad. Oh no.
Oh no."
And then I decided to do like 5 playthroughs of that game. I know it very well.
Oh, fun. That doesn't sound very pleasant, actually.
No, and it actually runs. If I remember correctly, the last time I even saw the game, it runs like shit.
Oh, does it?
The Frostbite engine was terrible.
Oh,
in that game.
Which game are you talking about?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, I never played those.
I did. And
I'll never forget.
It was something, all right.
It was a game.
It's a game of
Maybe
the
not a good
generation.
game,
My
but a
face
game.
is tired. That's where that meme comes from.
So many Mass Effect memes came out of that game, and deservedly so. The game did not look very good.
The game was so bad, they fucked up the Krogan. How do you fuck up a Krogan companion?
I remember the Solarian companion having like the strangest voice. It's like,
oh, you talking about the Indian dude? Well, he wasn't a companion. He was a...
well, it wasn't that. It was just like, why this voice choice? Like, it was like he had like a very like feminine like tone to him. I'm like unusually feminine, and I'm like, why? Like,
because he was a small time actor. That's why.
Oh, okay.
You might know. Literally, that's the reason. Because they also had the chick who played Marjorie Tyrell in the game as well as the doctor, and they barely fucking used her.
Oh, that explains a thing or two.
And who else? They had other ones. It was modern AAA. We got these big actors because fuck our voice acting budget. Man, I can't wait to see them for only like 10 minutes.
It's going to be amazing, guys. Trust me.
We're kind of still in that era of we hire big voice actor, or not voice actor, big actor to be in the game.
Yeah, and it's like the most shallow thing ever. It's what I hate about it.
Call of Duty really, they went all up in that.
I'm also tired of them using the voice actors' faces for game characters, or certain ones.
Call of Duty had Ice Cube in it.
Hello, Kevin Spacey.
What was it? The black chick from Wolfenstein. She's been in like 7 to 8 games, and she's fucking ugly. The bug-eyed one. You played what was used in the Jedi Fallen Order games?
I
Sorry,
think
bro.
so. I'm not entirely sure.
She's been, like I said, the first one I think she was in was Wolfenstein, the bad Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, okay.
As the totally not racist fucking communist bitch.
Oh, fun. She sounds so pleasant.
So Wolfenstein 2 has communists?
Yeah, you're fighting with fucking literally socialist communists.
Okay, because the first one is the Nazis.
No. You're fighting with.
Oh, with.
With communists.
That's so wrong.
Ugh, why would I want to fight with communists? They're not even human.
Like literally, they're like the dialogue in that game is like sparking some Marxist propaganda.
You want to know one of my favorite approaches to that type of conflict in a game series? The Metro games.
Oh, yeah. Like you have the option. Just go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like it has them like fighting against each other. The thing is, it doesn't depict either faction as good. Really, they're both out for themselves, and they're like It's treated more as just kind of like it's treated almost like a feud of sorts. And you know what? I'm like, that's pretty accurate, actually. And it's like, I think one of the main takeaways from the story is like, fuck these guys on both sides, because it doesn't depict either of them in a good light.
What I would do, see, if I had a game, and I would put those characters in there, and I would give the player all the options in the universe. You can agree, and you can be Mr. Marxist, or you can have an option that says pull out your weapon and shoot him in the face.
Mr. Marxist.
Or have some very anti, Marxist comments to make.
That is
I want to see a puppet Mr. Marxist, just like Mr. Hat.
What was the Otter? I think
Mr. Hat.
Wasn't there like a political game? Like the choices in like technically like the writers are like pro-communist and shit. But in the game you can take away from certain of the writing. It's like anti-communist. What was the name of it? It was like the very, very talked about like a year ago.
Like an anti-communist mod for the game?
No. It was like an indie game or something.
Trying to think.
And it was like a political stuff and like your choices and stuff at the end.
Oh, are you talking about Atomic Heart?
No. That game was ass.
Are you
everybody
talking
was
about?
disappointed by that game.
Damn it! Is it a space game?
No. It's, if I remember correctly, it was like it's pretty much it's not like a 3D world or anything. I think it was like 2D with drawings and shit, right? That type of games. I need to look it up.
Yeah. Find the name. I'll contact my people, see if they can find it.
2D with 3D world.
No. It wasn't. Not 3D as in the other type of game. Like 2D, you're talking to people, you're making choices. That was like the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Multiple choice 2D communist game.
Yeah. I have to remember.
You're not talking about Disco Elysium, are you?
Yeah, is that what it was called?
Yeah, so I know a little bit about that game. Apparently, it's not like the game itself is commie necessarily, but the dev team, not the main creator, but like a lot of the dev team around the creators, they were absolute Marxists.
Yes. And the game actually has like some anti-Marxist like writing in it, if I remember correctly.
It's like the writers for it weren't Marxist, but the dev team, they were.
Yeah. Disco Elysium, that was. And like it was if I remember correctly, like there's like it's a I don't know how to fucking describe the game. You know what? Actually, I can use an example. You know those really shitty, romance novel games or whatever?
A visual novel?
Visual novel, right.
Yeah.
Love those.
Renai, they call him in Japan. You weebs.
You just gave us the fucking weeb name, you little fuck. And that's, you know what? And that's a perfect tie-in for that Something Wong character.
She's Russian, okay?
If you say so. Well, Commie Red is, it's not that much distinguishment between
She's
the
dressed
two.
in white, like a Diddy party.
Of
Oh,
course.
no.
Have you guys played Frog Fractions?
I have. That's a fun game.
You know what?
Sounds like a math game you'd play in school.
Yeah. It's kind of like a, I wouldn't know how to describe it. It's like a meme-ish, I don't know.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yeah.
It's
like
kind of a wacko game a little bit.
you start off like playing exactly like you said. It's a little math frog fractions game for kids.
For real,
And
okay.
then you realize no, it's not. It's like somebody's wacko experimental game, and then you're like battling giant flies in space, and then you're in front of a court.
Wait, so is this a game that you'd give to your kids, and once you've stepped away from the computer, the game starts getting weird?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. It's like this entire segment.
One of those
So
games.
bait and switch. Okay.
I
Like-
just remember, because there's this segment where you're a
Doesn't
frog
end really
court.
dark, I hope.
It's just
Let's put
funny.
it this way. The game starts out with you solving fractions while you're eating flies. It ends with you being a CEO at like a frog porn company or
Yeah,
something.
dude, honestly, I would love
no.
to see Frederick play this live. Like, we need to see
dude.
someone play this live because you can play the entire game in no time. It's not long.
James, you have a computer. I mean, I know you can stream some games.
I know, but I've already played it. Like, I want to see someone who hasn't played it.
It's a great game to play blind.
It is. It's so great. I got first like and then the boxing, the court sequence, the dirty commies.
Dirty county.
Those damn dirty commies.
You damn dirty commie flies.
I fucking hate the commies. To quote Goofy.
Oh, did he really say that?
No, I watch a bit too much of Razor Fist Arcade sometimes. That was like one of his emotes for the longest time.
Oh, I mean,
It's
I
like,
know there's Donald Duck giving the Sig Heil in some of the cartoons, but
I remember it was like Looney Tunes did like a whole like episode on like Nazism and everything, and it was just them dunking on the Third Reich the entire time. It was hilarious.
Have you watched Duckler?
No, I haven't actually.
It is like very heavy propaganda, like Looney Tunes, and it's full of all the racial stereotypes you could think of. And then
oh boy.
is that part of the banned cartoon series?
Yeah, it is a banned one. But you
Yeah.
can find it's Duckinator or Duckler or something like
Even
that.
the episode of Looney Tunes where they're just straight up dunking on Nazis, like YouTube it's still like a hard ban from them or a hard demonetization.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're not touching it.
Hold up.
Yeah, YouTube is super sensitive about that stuff.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I had a clip I wanted to add that was funny, but I'm like, no, this is too much.
Yeah, but you know what you need to add, Frederick? Unless we get claimed on this. Is from that is hold up. Is this when the fucking Japanese duck fucking the ductators. There you go.
The Ductators.
Sounds like DuckTales, which was
Uh,
an excellent
Fro-
show.
Frog Fractions is free to play on Steam.
Does it work on Mac? It does because you're playing on Mac.
I wasn't actually, no. Well, but it says it works on Mac
Oh, there you go.
because it's a Flash game.
Ooh, Flash games are old school.
I think it's a Flash. It looks like a Flash game. Wrangler, you got to play this on stream. It'll freak you out.
There you go.
Why is that?
Duckler.
And there was some.
Oh yeah. This is the episode I was talking about. It's just full on them making fun of Nazis.
And the funny part now, there is a little bit of propaganda in the sense of Mussolini right here, because actually Mussolini was the one who fucking recruited Hitler into the Nazi Socialist Party. In this one, they're making it out like Hitler, like he heard Hitler speaking, and he was like, "Oh man, this is a great dude." It's like, well, that's not
What
actually
studio is this from?
Warner Brothers.
Oh, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, because Disney was pro and Warner was anti.
That's so cool that they made one of them look just like Charlie Chaplin with that mustache.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't think Disney was pro like fascism or anything like that.
They weren't. I think it's pretty much proven that was bullshit.
It's actually one of the oldest. It's one of the oldest cases of communist slander. Like, you know how commies today will, like, if you disagree with them on anything, they'll call you a Nazi or a fascist or Hitler sympathizer. Well, Disney was one of the first ones that happened to.
I was called a Nazi because I was born in Germany.
Well, I mean, you are a Nazi, Frederick. It's in your blood.
Oh,
yeah, but they don't know that.
All right, hold up. This is the one part we should clip.
Then from out of the west came another partner to make a silly axis of himself.
Are you Japanese assassin? Man, sneaking out with a do. Just a Japanese assassin. Man, I'm a little crazy too.
That's the part you need to fucking clip.
Oh my god.
The Japanese Mandate Island?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Hawaii.
Oh.
Sorry, please. Oh, just a minute, please. Oh, I am not the Japanese Samagana.
I am Chinese made in Japan.
Yeah, and I'm not turtle soup.
And of course, at the very end of it, like I said, this is a propaganda piece, so it's buy war bonds.
I like how animators around this time just gave zero fucks about the comedy they had.
Yeah, they were trailblazers back then.
Yeah, say the whole. It's all about buying the war bonds and shit.
Yeah, would you look at that? All out of bonds.
Better off buying Bitcoin.
I'm going to go buy some right now. Give me them
really.
more bonds. Wait, only collectors have them now, right? No.
That's the part we need to copyright, or not copyright, but clip, Frederick.
Will you send it to me?
So that's the one we need to clip. We need to clip that part. That he's a silly Japanese man.
Oh, right. Well, send me the link with the timestamp.
Good old fashioned. The other one that's great is So White and the Seven Dwarves.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty offensive.
What's that one?
Have you never watched it?
I don't think so.
I have not seen this one actually.
That's pretty much the worst.
After I get done with this one boss fight, it'll take me a minute. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, it's one of the worst ones I've seen.
Oh, it's extremely racist. So let me say this even clearer. It is So White and the Seven Sebben dwarves.
Oh no. Okay, I see what you're alluding to now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Christ.
we're
in for something.
It pushes the limit for what you think Disney could have animated. You know, it's like, oh, okay, they actually
They went there.
It is I mean, it is genuinely a racist fucking cartoon of ghetto black.
You will squirm in your seat while watching.
You know the funny part about it, Frederick, is someone's making a restoration.
Well, of course, you want to preserve the cringe.
I'm guessing they're restoring it with like AI or something like that to help it
No.
along.
Wow.
Are they taking the racism out of it, or
No. Like just making it
It's not a remake. It's
better quality and
it's just a quality restoration type thing. That's good.
And he's like messing with the colors to try to make it as accurate as was. But that's how I found out about it. Like I just randomly got like the restoration video, and I was like, all right, what the fuck is this?
Back into the news.
Shit,
Yeah,
this is racist as fuck.
it's funny. They also had the military propaganda cartoons for the pilots. I think basic training for pilots were done by Disney. with animation. They were a partner with the War Effort.
I also like the one of the ones I like watching is the proper etiquette in Britain for U.S. soldiers.
Oh, that sounds good.
In a pub.
Really? Do you have
Yeah.
it? Pull it up.
I have to find it.
Okay.
When we're watching it, where he's basically like,
Well, get your people to find
the
it.
do's and don'ts at a British pub
That sounds good.
in like 1940s,
Yeah.
like right after World War II.
Oh, after. Okay, I got you.
It was during or after. Well, let me pull up So White first.
No, don't feel obliged. I've seen it before.
Yeah, I believe isn't it called Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs?
Oh yeah, Coal Black.
Coal Black. Oh my god.
But the main character, she's called So White.
Sure enough.
Here, and by the way, I'm pulling up the one of the dude who's doing the restoration.
How about some good old fashioned blaxploitation?
Yeah.
Like
Magic mirror on the wall. Send me a print about 6 feet tall.
So, anyways, Otters, your first little impression of this so far?
Well, I see Jim Crow's been keeping himself busy.
you guys seen the movie Black Dynamite? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I have.
I need to watch Black Dynamite.
That's hilarious.
Cornbread.
I am cool black, but my name's so what? I watched it all day. And I got the blues in the night. Some folks say that kind of dumb, but I know something my friend.
Oh, wait, you're right, boy. Has come. Hello, lady, populated black out.
Wait, they're restoring it every 3 years now?
So, no, this dude, he's showing like his restoration from 2021, what he was doing.
Oh,
And then
the
his
progress
restoration
he's made.
from
Okay.
2024.
So this is the guy keeping this cartoon alive.
Yes, this dude went. And you got here is her name is So White. That's why I was misremembering the name. You can tell when this was made, right?
I guess this is what you could say is a product of its time.
Midgets, half price, Japs free.
We rub out anybody.
Mm.
Needless to say, I think we've been demonetized. If we were monetized.
We need to get monetized before we can get demonetized.
Okay, fair enough.
This one gets even more.
And we're also live on Zapstream, which nobody can take down.
Man, that's like little white tea.
If you thought it could get any more racist.
Refugees.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. There's more.
Yeah, and the whole point is supposed to be this fucking black grandmother telling her about the story of Coal Black. Now you know about Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs. With our main character, So White.
What was the other one you were talking about? That one sounded more
Well, I mean, I
interesting.
can get even a more racist one. Hold up.
No, but there was one you mentioned before.
Hold
I
up,
wanted
hold
you
up.
to pull
There's
it
even a
up.
more racist one. I even sent it to not Tenkage, Sybil. It was how How to Sell to a Negro.
No.
What did Sybil say about it?
Oh, he laughed.
Yeah.
The thing is, it is kind of racist, but the thing is, it actually isn't in some ways. The video, it's literally a sales rep trying to be like, this is how you should approach black people. Like I said, it's kind of, and
Maybe it's more so just generally insensitive.
yeah.
Well, it's
and a
our,
little bit of stereotyping in it, but
it's old, right? So it's kind of a product of its time in a way.
I hate stereotypes. I'm gonna get a burrito. I'm just joking. I already ate a burrito.
Yeah, I really hate stereotypes myself. Now, excuse me while I get some grapes.
40s. Let me find the video.
I'm not lying. I had 2 burritos during this.
You guys are so stereotypical. Where's my escargot?
Burritos are great. You just take the tortilla, throw anything in there. It's a burrito. Boom.
Burritos are great.
We should form a band and call ourselves the Stereotypes.
The stereotypes. We got Frederick always surrendering
on the drums.
Yeah, always surrendering. I mean, he even proved it in the
Censored 11. That sounds like a bunch of cowboys, outlaws. Cowboy outlaws.
Do you know which one's even worse? The public video on the homosexuals.
Hateful
video's
Eight.
really not. It's not really about homosexuals. It's about fucking pedos.
Damn, dog.
The entire video.
There's a difference?
Well, there is gay people that don't diddle kids.
Fascinating. I think Tenkage disagrees, though.
2 burritos a day, I'd say.
At least. Chimichangas count.
What's a chimichanga?
It's a fried burrito.
Oh, I see.
So if you ever had a burrito that was all crispy.
Chimichangas are really nice.
Oh, yeah. If you go to a proper Mexican restaurant, order a nice fat chimi. Damn.
I think I found it.
We have a good one at the corner of the block here, but I don't know if it's still open. I haven't been there in a while.
I think this is the one.
I'll be right back in a minute.
All right.
Before we go in, let me tell you a little about an English pub. It's not like a saloon. It's more like a club. Club for men and women who happen to have a great deal of money and who don't drink for the sake of drinking, but for the company. Now, these pubs are open for a couple of hours in the middle of the day, and again in the early evening. Men and women, after their day's work, and they work long
And this is from like 1940 something. 1943. So, I think right after the war ended, was officially ended, right? Yes, no, Otter?
It sounds about right. Or 1943, is that what you said? That's before the war ended. Or, well, no, on the European front. Trying to think.
That was around the time the Jews were assassinating people. And I don't mean the Jews from Israel, just Jew gangsters in America. They were often used by the by the Italians because
Okay, yeah, this was 2 years before the finally the war was over.
Okay, here's some unknown history. There was stereotyping against Italians around that time because of the mafia, which is why they used the Jews. So if you were Italian walking around, people were like, "Hey, what are you doing here, huh? You with the mob, buddy? Pal?" So, you know, people, if you're Italian, you could hold that against others as for reparations.
Italian reparations?
Yeah, because they're stereotyped as gangsters back in the day because of the mob.
I want reparations for all the French hate I get in this channel.
French hate. You're not even French.
I still get the French hate.
It sucks to be you.
They don't like it cold, and they have
And
any ice.
Oh, he's
So
got
they
a
like-
deep voice.
They like it warm. What's that? Difference between bitter and mild?
Cigarette voice.
I don't know. I don't know. One's bitter and one's mild. Better find out for yourself. Anyway, these same people have been coming into the same pub for many years, and their grandfathers and their great-grandfathers came in before.
Billy Bob, your audio's cutting out every second. Every
Well,
second.
you can find the video yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just my computer.
No, you guys were getting the clips out. Send it to me in the private chat. I'll play it.
Let's
on
talk
this end.
about Jewish assassins. It's fascinating. They were in the
Try to put it in a private.
Murder Incorporated, which you reminded me of because you know the Murder Incorporated band in that racist cartoon you're playing. Most people don't remember Murder Incorporated. What an era.
What is Murder?
But I do. I
do.
What is it?
I remember.
I
Do you
It's,
remember when the Pinkertons actually sued Rockstar and Take-Two?
I remember that too. Murder Incorporated was essentially when Lucky Luciano took over the Italian mob up there in the East. He did it through violence, and he didn't want it to happen again. It was really bloody. So what he did is, instead of taking all the power for himself, he split the power up across the city for all Italians, and they would create something called what was it? The Syndicate, I believe. And it might have been something else. I'm going to Syndicate. And essentially, it was this network of assassins, right? And the way it worked is, if there were any feuds, instead of people knocking off other people like crazy using their own guys, everybody would use the exact same network of assassins. You call these guys up, they'll go kill someone for you, and the people that you killed, they'll call someone up and they'll go kill you later on. And you'd all use the exact same assassins to do it. Anyways, it went big, literally national. There were hundreds of assassins killing thousands of people all over.
I'm going to have to doubt that the Scots and British are drinking together.
Okay, you know what? That's a fair point.
Like, I get what he's doing, but I'm like, really? The Scots going to go in the fucking heartily British fucking pub? No. All right, continue.
Just give him time; he'll come your way. Who's he? It's like,
There was also some stuff that really didn't make sense. Like when he says, "No, I don't really like it here," and then he goes on about something that has nothing to do with the territory. Like,
Keep in mind, this is like 1943, and this is
it
like
probably
a dude.
meant something.
Yeah.
I love this, by the way. I think it's great.
It's like a dude.
Yeah.
You know what? I realized I actually don't know what the culture of Transylvania is like.
I think the first guy was a lot more fun than the second guy. Don't you agree?
Well, listen, once again, this is supposed to be an actual serious video.
Just saying.
Serious videos are boring.
Exactly.
Well, I could pull up the one about how to sell to a Negro.
No, that's good. Pass. Did we want to watch this up to the end, or there's still about a minute? Just thinking out loud. We can stop sharing this. There we go. It's part of our history. Like Spike Spiegel. What's that in reference to? Because Spike Spiegel is Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yeah, it's Cowboy Bebop.
I love that show. You guys are not too warm with Cowboy Bebop, I think, right?
I don't
I enjoy
dislike it. I think it's a tinge overrated, but I think it's fine.
It's got a great intro, and the ship designs are pretty cool.
I actually have a greater fondness for it than I do Firefly.
You know what we need to do? We need to make our own one of those black and white 1940s infomercials.
With
and we'll
AI.
call it, yes, and we'll call it how to communicate with a video gamer.
Etiquette in video
Dude,
games.
I'm in.
All right, I've got a bit of an update for a couple of you guys. Billy and Wrangler, this is specifically for you. I want to see what you guys think of this. This is a bit of a development from our ongoing campaign that's going on here. This is kind of a zoomed out map of the settlement that's being built up over the course of the campaign. If you want to go ahead and share it, Frederick.
Oh, yep. Hold on. I was in the other tab here. Ooh.
Yeah, things got a lot smaller. Still have hills and stuff to fill out, but they've got a palisade now and everything compared to before.
This
They've
is
actually
which
got a
game?
barracks being built.
Nice.
Which game is this?
This is where a group of us have been playing through Castles and Crusades, and it's been a lot of fun.
This is your map. Okay, this is your personalized map of your story.
Yeah, and it more or less it's been everybody who's been wanting to kind of like add on to the settlement. That basically became one of the main objects of this whole campaign.
In the
Everybody
first
decided to root
session.
down
Right next to the bridge.
right next to the bridge.
Do they charge toll for the bridge?
It's up to them.
Oh,
Not yet.
well, but we
It's
do
a
have
pretty
like,
good
now-
natured
I-
town.
Listen, our first session was like killing goblins. I have all their heads still on spikes outside of the city. Very
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, what
We killed
I
a fucking
am,
Indian vampire.
what I'm
The rest of
actually
them live in the bell tower.
changing it from, if you'll forgive all the doodles, is this.
Oh. You're lucky it doesn't have my actual drawings on there.
That is cool. Okay,
We
you got,
can change it to your actual drawings.
there are some scribbles there. Yeah.
What was the swap back and forth again? I want to see.
This is like a zoomed in version of the map.
Yeah.
The thing is, the town has grown so much and they built so much that we're kind of having to zoom it out a little bit. So that's essentially what's going on.
Sweet.
I know this is going to upset Frederick, but I set up a bank in town, you know. Got it established. And wasn't no go.
Does it have fiat money or is it gold tender?
It's gold.
Oh.
If you guys want fiat, now something could probably be arranged.
You could start getting in debt.
Good enough, you all are gonna have like a fucking central bank or some shit.
You need to get.
This kingdom uses a different type of currency, something they refer to as bottle caps.
Oh, God. That is like the one video game currency I think has just always been fucking retarded.
Bottle caps, it's the coolest one though.
It's cool, but it's kind of stupid at the same time, just because it makes no sense. Like bottle caps have no intrinsic value to them.
And they're like so fucking common.
Yeah. So it's easy to have like hyperinflation and shit.
And when you buy a bottle, you get like a bottle cap back.
Matter of fact, Fallout New Vegas actually kind of fixed this with the Californian Republic using their dollars and Caesar's Legion using they were using like bronze and shit, right, or copper.
Yeah, so they were using like they actually had their own like forms of currency in Fallout New Vegas. It was like the Caesar's Legion had the denarius, I believe, and then the New California Republic or the NCR had their own form of fiat currency going on. New Vegas all around was just a very, very smartly written game.
And you're hunting.
Vegas,
You're hunting down the poker chip that's made of what's it made of? Platinum.
Yeah.
Platinum poker chip.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is more valuable than gold, actually.
Which is why the show is going to get even stupider, because in the video game, Mr. House predicted that this was going to happen, but predicted at the wrong. He got slightly happen. the problem with the show's canon, it's so fucking retarded. He knew exactly when it was going to happen. There would be no reason for him to not know. Seeing as he was part of the board that went, yeah, let's blow everything up.
Is the show a second season coming out? Are they taking a year off, or must not take as long?
Well, no, it's ever since the coup, it's been 2 years between every season now.
What? But they're like in isolated underground facilities. Like they shouldn't be getting the coof.
No, I'm just saying after that time period, it's like every show now has to be 2 years to get one season.
Damn, it's slow.
And then add on top of that, you also had like the fucking writer's strike shit going on.
Fun.
Oof, I'm not looking forward to the new season of House of Dragon.
Oh, I'm not watching it. I'm done.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be out.
Even George is done.
They're going to get Disney numbers. Oh, man, it was so...
Season 2...
lame.
You know, I've talked a lot of shit on other shows. Like, I think...
yes, you have.
You know what? It reminded me of The Walking Dead Season 8 finale. How bad it was. The finale for Season 2. Except at least in that one, something happened. In that one, nothing happens in the finale.
I just have PTSD of all the board meetings. Like, meetings with around tables. It seems like there was a few good dragon scenes in the beginning of the season. Like, there's 2 or 3 episodes with good
Frederick,
scenes.
we were supposed to have a land battle, a fucking sea battle, and more dragons.
What happened?
Well, you had 2 dipshit writers on the show. You had the
Not
show
Dumb and Dumber again.
little cunt who's wanting to rewrite shit, which is why George is actually getting pissed because he's realizing they're not using the lore at all in his show.
They haven't read his books.
They read it, they just don't care. And now they were coming out and saying, well, it is not. They went from saying this is our version to now being it is the true story.
We are canon now.
Doing the
It is the true story that George wanted to tell. Just ignore
Right.
George right beside us saying no.
It kind of reminds me of the freaking Lord of the Rings anime they made. It's like, this is a character that Tolkien forgot. It's like, no, she was just barely fucking in it. She's only a handful of lines.
Oh, you
The
talking
throwaway
about
character.
Rohirrim?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched the trailer for that, and it was fucking girl bosses.
They said it's all the girl boss shit.
I thought you were going to say it reminds me of when Kathleen Kennedy was making movies and saying, I wonder what would George do? It's like, you can get him on the phone right now, right?
Yeah, but this is also the same Kathleen Kennedy said that there is no lore that they can pull from. And then like 3 years later saying, hey, we found all this lore for 30 fucking years worth. Like, oh, sure, Kathleen, sure.
Kathleen Kennedy has no brain cells that she can pull from.
Like,
Darth Karen.
hell, the one thing I was happy about was the KOTOR remake getting
She's
canceled.
getting an award now. Did you guys see that? She's getting a sort of meritorious career award or some shit.
Oh, God.
Is it the Can You Believe the Nerve on This Chick award?
Yeah. Yeah, she's probably giving it to herself.
Well, y'all remember the production of the Obi-Wan show, or it was supposed to be a movie. That's another thing.
That's right. Same with the Mandalorian, yeah.
Where it was, what was it? It was almost done in production, or not almost done in production. Like the full script writing was done, and it was fixing to go into production. And then Kathleen Kennedy came in and looked at it and went, now I want something different. Redo it.
Yeah, she did that with the Solo, a Star Wars story. They were close to the end of the movie, and she was like, let me watch it. You guys made it funny. I don't like it when it's funny. Let me get Ron Howard to direct it. So they refilmed everything except the scenes with the large backgrounds, large sets. They had to tear those down, and they couldn't.
Didn't the actors they got for that, they also had to fucking ship them off to acting school because they were terrible?
Yes, they sent the Han Solo kid to acting school. Yeah, that's so humiliating to have.
pissed a lot of people off because they didn't use the dude that they should have done, which was the one who actually he actually looks like Harrison Ford and done a Harrison Ford impersonation.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, in a movie, he played a young Harrison Ford with Harrison Ford.
But this is Hollywood, baby.
And it's like, get that. Don't get the dude who was in that shitty fucking romance movie and cowboy movie.
Yeah. And what you gonna do? That's Disney for you.
And what's his name? He was just as shit, and so many people fucking like, no, he was great. What was it? Black dude, what's his name?
Black
The one
dude.
who was playing Lando in that one. He done a horrible.
Oh yeah. The musician that's from
Is it Glover?
Other show. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got. Yeah,
He wasn't Lando.
well, it's
Was it Glover?
Glover. Yes, he wasn't Lando because of the acting. You'd say.
Yeah, he sucked as Lando.
Yeah, there were so many things wrong with that film.
And people were like, no, he was great. I'm like, no, he wasn't.
Yeah. First of all, the titular hero Solo is not even the one driving the story. It's his girlfriend. His girlfriend's the one that buys the Millennium Falcon. It's the girlfriend that takes them to the bad guy and initiates the fight.
They also repeated the worst things about the prequels, which is useless fucking explanations for shit. I don't need to know why Han Solo got his name. I always just believed that his fucking family name was Solo. Okay.
So you're flying solo?
You really need to know
No,
the
it was
origin
an
of his name.
The whole fucking thing was an Imperial because he was joining the Imperials because that sounds like Han Solo. Joining the Imperials.
Han Solo.
Like, well, we call y'all guys Solo, so that's gonna be your last name. And then the whole reason he got his fucking his pistol was what was it, Harrison Ford's fucking character just fucking throws it to him. It was part of his like sniper rifle.
Yeah, bad movie.
I could have sworn I heard there's a lot more to his family history than that, at least in the extended universe.
You mean where they actually didn't say you're a Solo because nobody loves you? Right.
And it's not even the worst part of the movie. Like the pansexual droid.
That one's actually the worst. And so usually Star Wars uses the Wookiees when they want to do like a slavery allegories and shit, right? Oh, really?
Huh.
That is an actual thing.
Every Star Wars uses the Wookiees for that. They had the Wookiees in this, but then they wanted to fucking do the droids.
And they say orcs are black people.
Oh,
it's
not gonna touch that one.
So a lot of it is, I think, a lot of the whole slavery allegory was from Timothy Zahn's books, where he started like adding on to it. That's where it feels like it kind of began. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
How, like, I don't think they're the appropriate species to enslave because, like, with all that hair, you know, they're going to have some disease issues, and they're very, very, very fucking strong and wild-like. So if they break free, they're going to kill multiple people.
Right, but I'm just saying that's what Star Wars is used them for. Like in the extended universe, if they want to do a slavery shit, that you end up on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it was the second Timothy Zahn book as part of the Heir to the Empire saga that established that they used to be slaves.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Well, because the idea was after Palpatine and constructs the Empire, they immediately turn on the Wookiees, of course, and the Empire does the Empire stuff, which is fuck it.
When Otter, when you just said heir to the Empire, I heard you say heir to the Empire, and my entire mind just flashed with Star Wars, but with rabbits instead.
But we're also over time now, so.
Yeah, but we're on YouTube, so we're not limited by time.
And we're talking about space yetis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. To be fair,
Time
let's
to-
bring it.
I mean,
back
we got
down.
we've made it 2 hours and 8 minutes, and we're starting to talk about Solo in depth and Wookiee slaves.
Yeah, which is much less interesting than censored cartoons and neo-Nazi art paraphernalia and all that.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Thank you for making the show happen, guys. It's we're at the end now.
That's all, folks.
What are we doing?
AI of saying, that's it. Corn pop.
That's it.
Do you think we can get Pauly Shore on here? I feel like he's within our reach.
Yeah, definitely. You live in California, right?
Is he down here?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, but
No, I'm not sure.
we can get the Halo dude.
He might have moved to Canada. I don't know.
I mean, people are much more approachable than you'd think nowadays, and we don't have huge numbers in terms of subscribers, but we do have a history of having guests on. So sure, why not?
It feels like social media's kind of been the great equalizer in a lot of ways. Like before, a lot of people kind of like idolized celebrities. Now it's like nobody really cares anymore.
It's more about the conversation, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely been a paradigm shift in that regard.
It also helps, Well, we also get more time than any in history. We get to see how retarded these fucking celebrities are.
Yeah.
Convoy, 12 o'clock, on my command! Deploy! Little off course here. Holy mommy fucking shit!
Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
There we go. Starting from the bottom. Now we're here. James.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are throughout the world. If you are an enjoyer of short literature, like midgets, you can check out my stuff at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com, where I release a plethora of diverse literature, not in the gay way diverse, but in the kind of way where you're like, oh, look, there's like a lot of stuff here diverse. And we're going to shoot it off to the other animal in the panel, Lord Otter.
What? Who? What?
Exactly.
Oh, boy. Well, I will bid you all a cordial squeak squeak as I shamelessly shill my own book, The Curse of the Star Raids. Book 2 is also getting very close to being finished. A lot of it's been polished at this point. A few minor rewrites here and there, but not too much, all things considered. And things are beginning to really wrap up, I think. So I'm hoping to have all of that ready to release around April of this year, so be on the lookout for that. I've also gotten back into streaming, so if you want to see what I do outside of writing, you can check out the Lord Otter on YouTube, where I've been doing some Minecraft streams, and this Friday I'll probably be streaming either Vampire Survivors or some other game. We'll figure it out.
It's an addiction, Otter.
It literally is.
Frequency Studios.
Well, I'm just going to rip off the catchphrase of Herman P. Hunter and say, buy my books.
It is a good phrase.
It's a very good phrase.
Down straight to the point. And where can people find your book, Wrangler?
Oh, yeah. You can find my book on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty, and Bad Kitty Haley's World.
Nice. Billy Bobsack.
Nothing.
Has a YouTube channel.
And that's it, folks.
He's got a Rogue Exodus review. It's really good.
And you'll
He's got a
find
few,
your
actually.
channel right under Billy Bobsack.
Yeah.
We got issue 4 coming out. And imakecomics.com will forward you to retailcomic.com, where I've updated the progress on the book. I'm down penciling page 22 right here. Almost done. Still got to finish the background there. And yeah, really close to done. I got some inking to do after that. Then it's down to the coloring and lettering. So the end is in sight. Important
Dude,
milestone.
I know how it feels to be that close to being done. It is the most frustrating thing.
Oh, man.
Get out of my mind!
That's exactly what it feels like. Just like, I want to be done with this thing. I'm like this close.
Yeah.
I feel that pain so much.
Were you thinking about the sequel when you were working on the end of the first one, or not at all?
Yes and no. I originally had a whole outline to the sequel, but it changed a lot once the book actually was finished.
Okay, you had it in sight before starting.
I had a whole outline. Here's the thing. I kind of scrapped that outline in a lot of ways, but I think it's going to be coming back for book 3. That's the weird answer I have.
Ooh, I like that. Interesting. We'll have to follow up on that in a future episode of Proof of Comics. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. It was a really fun show.
Yay.
And, yeah, stay tuned next week. And tomorrow I'll be on Comicsgate Commandos with Patrick Quinlan, PQ Vox.
Lady boy. French lady.
So tune in for
Lady
that.
boy.
Sylvia sends her regards.
We're going to have an interesting guest on. It's going to be fun. Check it out.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Thank you very much. Hello. It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you.